Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you are doing well. Is this a stand-up? I don't know. But what this is made a bit of a change in the development process that we've been doing. So we're going to see how it's worked out. So I've installed this here, Godot MCP from Coding Solo. And what it does, Godot MCP enables AI assistants to launch the Godot editor, run the project, capture debug output, and control project execution, all through standardized interface. So for me, what this means is that I don't need to, if we actually, you know what I should have done? Let's just quickly open it now. If we go to our Confluence, where we should have our board, where's our Confluence? There's our Confluence. Okay, so I'm going to draw out this diagram as I go along a bit. So a few things we've got here. First off, we've got me. Now, what we were doing previously is that we had the setup with Cursor and the setup with Claude and Jira and ChatGPT, etc. And it all come down to like a lot of it being me. So now what we're doing is this, is that we have got Claude Code, which has now got access to our terminal. So I, on the computer, boop, in my terminal, boop. From here, I will copy and paste. So tickets, ticket and requirements. Go into there. God, you know what I've just realised? I've just realised that Claude's got actually quite a good integration with Jira, and I've just clocked onto that. Maybe I might be able to do something on the terminal. Oh, might have to try that. So I get my requirements here with ChatGPT. I work on that. I copy and paste them into my Jira. And then from there, I put the ticket requirements into terminal. Terminal is connected with Claude. Boosh. Claude's got access to the code base. It's not going into GitHub anymore, though, because that's how the browser one was working. It was committed to GitHub. Now it's just going to commit locally. But what it's going to do is because it's got terminal now, it is going to go straight into Godot. And then Godot is going to go straight to Claude Code. So the three of them, via the terminal, are going to have an interaction where Claude Code is going to edit the code, and it's also going to be able to test out the project and run the project. So that bug loop is going along over here. So I'm no longer needed. So then what we'll do is once a requirement is actually agreed and set upon, I can actually commit. I can actually commit to GitHub. I forgot about that. I can actually do that. So for the moment, it's just going to be me manually committing. Manual commit. But in quite soon in the future, I'll be able to get that doing it itself, along with the Jira point as well. That's probably going to be version 6. All right, so as again, me on my computer, via the terminal, I access Claude Code. Claude Code via Godot MCP. The arrow goes both ways. So Claude and Godot MCP are going to be able to talk here. Claude Code's going into the code. It's going to be able to run it. And again with Godot MCP, be able to run it. So we've given it our first job, which is this: have debug tickets have IDs on them, create debug config infrastructure for conditional login, clean up console logs as well, because the console logs were getting quite big. All right. So in our terminal here, we have had Godot doing what it does. No, not Godot, Claude doing what it does. And every now and then I've had to like press a number 1 or a number 2 to go, yes, please make this change, please make this change. But I've given it the requirements. And it says it's done everything. So, suggested recommendation, debug core system is complete and ready for use. The log cleanup is documented with clear patterns, but requires 4 to 5 hours of implementation due to the scope. Suggested approach, accept debug as complete, track log cleanup as a separate task, clean up incrementally, one file at a time, start with role-based kind of it. All documentation is in place. So it looks like it's done one of the tickets. The debug call is complete and ready for use. The log can with clear patterns, but requires 4 times the limitation due to the scope. Yeah, because the role-based card processor's got a lot of stuff in it. I'm wondering though if he's just repeating what I said in my tickets. So he's created a debug infrastructure. He created that. And you know what the thing is this. Yeah, I wonder if he's figured out how much is in there. All right, but let's have a little look. Ooh. Do we have any errors? Hiring test, integration test. I'm not too worried about them. Let's see if the game runs. It does run. Let's just run candle level. That's a nice simple one. Go. I'll move myself. I moved the game, sorry. I'll move myself down here. There we go. We've got a screen. Features delivered 10. 1 CR bug. All good. Cool. Let's close that. 9,839 logs. That is quite a lot. I think it, yeah, like it says, it's set it up, but it hasn't done anything yet. It's not done the cleanup. Okay. Let's get started on the cleanup. Oh, I've got a document. I just realised that. Config usage guide mid. Let's put you there. Let's put you there. And let's see what doc you've created. Usage guide. My face is in the way. Sorry, I keep. You move up there. There we go. Okay. The default was centralized runtime dial, the category filling, ticket ID tracking. Basic with ticket ID using the method. Master debug tool. Press F12 during gameplay to enable debug verbose login. Let's see what happens when I press F12 then. This is. Sorry, I just saw something there. Let's just quickly get set off. I really need to just create a double click there. Just to make this easier for me. Go, 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 go. It is not stopped. That's annoying. Press F12. I don't know what that's done. Oh, that's that. Oh, I need to tell that to carry on. I don't know if that's worked or not, actually. I'll have to have a little look through that. Oh, hold on. 13,000 logs is quite a lot, actually. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. So it took a few hours, and it says it's done. Of course it does. It says it's done, but whether or not it means it's done or not are two different things. It says it's completed doing the cleanup. It's removed quite a few logs from the Kanban board, from role-based card processor, 318 to 11 on Kanban, 369 to 22, 131 to 4. I mean, it's removed 781 logs. That's a lot of stuff we were logging. But when going into Godot, got a bunch of errors. So need to go through and fix that. So what I'm doing now is, because I've got my web credits, woohoo, I'm going to put it into Claude Web, because my limit is about to come up on the terminal one. So I'm just going to grab these and just go, right. Because I think I've got quite a few. We've got role-based card, delivery scorer. Let's have a look, because those were the big ones. Role-based, no, it's quite, yeah, 12. And it was a delivery scorer. In theory, this should use my, Jesus. I think I never got a chance to actually, I'm just checking back in terminal. Yeah, I don't think I ever tested it. Right. Did it? Maybe it did. Right, but yeah, I'm just going to go to Claude and go, right, you got to sort all this out, mate. And I've said it's on a branch called OTIF 186. Oh, no, is that the branch? Is it 186? Or is it 286? I think it is. Yeah, it is 186. So let's see what happens with Claude Web. In theory, it should start now, because I've got these credits here, because my actual usage over here for the session, boom. So I think what I'm going to do from now on, saying that I've got a fucking weekly reset, which is annoying. I'm probably going to, I think I'm going to end up going to max pretty soon. What I'm going to do now is we're going to run this off and see what happens, and see if we can sort of split between using the terminal and then coming here when I'm going to use the credits to sort of get over. I think, though, to a point, it's my ticket writings, I don't think ego majorly, it needs to be better. It needs to be better, and the better it is, the more chance I've got of the stories of you not going backwards and forwards and wasting credits and time and memory and fucking usage on it all. But this is handy that it gets to go off and do this right now. So there's a lot of errors going. So yeah, we'll let this run and we'll see how it gets on. I've been muted this whole time talking to myself. That's fucking great. Okay. So I have mucked up. Leave my changes on OTIF 186. Switch branch. Are you sure? Proceed this way about your existing cache. Yes, overwrite. Fine. Fuck it. Leave my changes on OTIF 186. Overwrite. Leave my changes. Overwrite. Leave my changes. Overwrite. Fuck's sake. Shite. No, wait, was the ticket OTIF 186? It is OTIF 186, okay. So there's my main. Leave my changes on main. Alright. Oh, I don't think I pushed all them changes that fucking it made. Oh no. No. Fuck's sake. Oh, you gotta be fucking me. I never pushed it. I never fucking pushed it through. and then I'll just fuck it. I didn't push it. And then I didn't fucking overwrite it. I wonder if I can just like undo my way through this. Let's have a look. Is that going to work? No, because the... Oh, maybe. Okay, so update. We might be safe. Luckily, Claude in the terminal, I had a backup of it. Oh, it still didn't have a backup. It still had all the commands, so it was able just to rerun everything again. So we should be okay now with it all run through, we hope. So if we come over here, let's reload. There's all our errors we had before, which is a good sign, he says. Elevated errors on Claude code, Claude on web. Yes, because they gave everyone fucking vouchers. God, I've already used 40% of my session already, and it's not even been 40 minutes. And what I'm worried about is I'm on my weekly limit. Let me turn my... Yeah, I'm on my weekly limit now as well of 28%, and that resets on Tuesday. Well, I suppose it's Wednesday. The thing is, I don't do much on the weekend on this. That was a bit of a journey to go through, but I'm glad we've done it. So, first time using it in Terminal. It's all right, actually. It's not too bad. I think I do need to give it a bit more instructions. You know what it is? It's the Terminal interface that just intimidates people, and it intimidated me. But I'm all right with it now. So, what we're going to do... There's just still a lot of... I'm just going to ask it a question. What do you think about all these logs here? Seems like a lot. This is when I started a level and then later pressed F12 a few times. Think all of this has value. And I think we'll leave it there. Oh, no, actually, no, go on. Let's see what it says. Let's have a look. I see several issues. Good logs have value. Bad logs. Create. Each car creates 100 plus lines. Con card. It shows each car position. PGUI each time. Problem. These are best custom files. We didn't clean yet. Column container. Car.gd. UI layout. Let me check which files are proving most noise. Noise coming from 3 files we haven't cleaned. We have 282 more print statements in files we haven't touched yet. Most of these logs have very low value during normal gameplay. Recommendation: clear the 3 files well. We should keep error messages, but comment on the reverse. But comment out. Would you like me to run the count script on 3 additional files? Okie doke. What I'm going to do now is we're going to take that. Oh, hopefully that copied. And in ChatGPT, I'm gonna so what I do now is, and just to show you this a bit more, so in ChatGPT I have this thread that I've built out, which like I've taught it how to write stories, how I like write stories and requirements run. So I'm basically going to take that chunk of text, and it's going to, should know, I forgot to say to it write ticket, but it should know actually write ticket. So let's have a look here. So in theory, once he's created that, so that one's done. That one's done. But I'm going to go over here. We'll get into the epic. And I'll create a new ticket under the epic. We'll get ready to create one. Put that on the right there. We'll put that on the left there. Little chatty chats, thinking. So but this is how I do a lot of my ticket writing. And then what I'll do, and you see it in the diagram, we'll copy and paste this into Copy and paste it into Jira. Oh. I'm surprised at that. That's not even a long paste. I've pasted longer things. Well, yeah, we'll copy and paste it into Jira. And then Jira will go and have a look at it. Not Jira. Jira goes in for the ticket. And then when I'm speaking to Claude, I'll say to Claude, I want the commit to be, use the title of the ticket. Because then in Jira, what that does, and I've probably shown this before, it will show... Oh no, I want to keep on that page. There we go. We spoke to this little diagram here. It will show the commit because the title of the commit matches the Jira ticket, so we can see all the commits that were made against this ticket. So if we ever want to find anything that went wrong, we can find out what it was and what we changed and where we done it. It's stuff like this that comes in really handy later on when you're in trouble. It like document as you go along is so important. And I think especially in an AI world as well, like the more data you've got, the better. And if data is, you know, information that you're carrying, the better. Can you get that to mummy, please? Thank you, Alfred. Bye bye. I say to you, modern parenting, you just got to give your kids stuff to take to their mum. Right, but my Jira tickets aren't there. Where are my Jira tickets at? Does this crash? This is an amazing video series that we are having at the moment. I'm going to exit. I'm going to say that's crashed. Chat. Look over here. I'm just going to give a basic ticket for the meantime. What was it? Clean up console logs in column underscore container .gd updated UI layout .gd and dynamic theme calculator .gd. So I'm just going to say to that there. And can the title of the commit for this please be OTIF 261. There we go. So we'll see if it runs off and does that. But yeah, we've got our, so ChatGPT done our tickets in there. The only thing I haven't said to it there is I didn't say to it about the title. So hopefully I can do that afterwards if it doesn't do too, if it doesn't push the commit to main. If so, I could probably just amend it or something like that. Right, and on that bombshell, parenting time. I don't see a Godot project in the... Could you please path to your Godot project? I don't know where the... Oh, come on, no. What the fuck? Why don't you know where it is? I'm actually... Why don't... I'm surprised it doesn't know where the project is. That's actually quite worrying. I suppose that whole last session I had with it. Tips: start with small features or bug fixes. Tell Claude to propose a plan and verify its suggested edits. Nah. Alright. That log was way too long. I think we killed it. We're just going to stop there. Good try. But yeah, we'll have to see if there's anything more in these files that need to get resolved or clean up, and there probably is. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.